They find something rather gruesome, which leads them into quite a twisted adventure. One of the features of this book is a group of Eastern European anarchists, and they call themselves the Grinning Throat because they like to slit their victims' throats. I remember once, many years ago, reading about someone with a slit throat, and it was described as a lipless grin.
Hi everyone, today I'm down on the foreshore with Kate Wiseman, the author of the Mudlark Mysteries.
So I'm a novelist, and I'm also a mudlark, and I love history, and I love treasure hunting. So the idea of writing some adventure stories based around a group of Victorian mudlarks just seemed to me like a really good idea. I happen to have, believe it or not, one in my bag. Here it is. This is the first in the series. So this one is set around Greenwich, which is one reason why we're here. And it features a couple of orphans, Joe and Edie, who have the choice between going to the workhouse or trying to fend for themselves. They think, well, workhouse has been absolutely awful. We're going to try mudlarking. They've done it before anyway with their dad before he died. They find something rather gruesome, which leads them into quite a twisted adventure.
What age group is this for?
Well, my publisher says upper middle grade, which is sort of 9, 10 onwards, teens, YA perhaps, and even adults.
Yeah.
So I hope there's something in there for everyone. And if you like mudlarking, it's made for you.
So anyway, Kate and I are now going to go and do a little bit of mudlarking in the footsteps of Joe and Edie.
Yeah.
And so let's go see what we can find.
Let's go and do that. Let's hope we don't find what they found.
Well, I really hope we don't. Okay, let's go. Right, I've just spotted a coin down here and I'm going to see if Kate can find it. Kate, can you see a coin?
Hello, Nicola.
In the vicinity?
I am ashamed to say that at the moment I can't, and I'm having a kind of an anxiety attack because I know I should see it and I just cannot see where it is.
Just look around, close to your boots.
I really am. I can't
Okay,
see
let's help a bit. So closer to your left boot. Your left boot.
Got it. Oh, for heaven's sake! Yes.
There we go.
Better late than never.
Now it doesn't look particularly old, but it does look foreign, doesn't it? Is it American?
I think it's Euro cents, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So you've got the eye. I just do not.
There we go. Nice gold coin to
Yay.
start the outing with.
There we go. My first find with Nicola. She's going to show me up something rotten.
You got that then?
Well, it's obviously very ancient badge from Hastings saying I've had an eye full of battle.
I've had an eye full of battle.
There you go.
1066.
And you get the joke.
Yes.
Yes. Ha ha ha. Harold with an arrow in his eye, which apparently is not true. Yeah, so there you go.
So much history. Now this pottery here is a really nice piece of naval pottery. WR.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it lovely?
Really lovely.
It's a nice bit of maritime history because we are in Greenwich and there's a lot of maritime history here.
There is massive. I've just found this rather lovely piece of a clay pipe, which I guess is 19th century.
Oh yes. Oh, that is lovely. Do you know what? I've got one like that and you can see what it is, can't you? It's a little hand
grasping it.
Yeah, it's a hand grasping the stem.
That's rather nice.
That's gorgeous.
I'm pleased with that. You're bringing me luck, Nicola.
Well done. Well done. This is the moment when, for one reason or another, I'm not sure how or why, I accidentally adjusted my camera. Before I handed it to Kate, who was going to film me showing something, I adjusted my camera so that unfortunately no audio would be recorded, which was highly annoying when I looked back at the footage. And so here I am trying to do a little bit of a voiceover. Kate kindly offered to film me showing you something I had spotted down in the mud in front of me. Just there, I'm pointing at it. So I investigated this little object and I was right. I had thought that it was a ring, and it is indeed a ring. And when I turned it over, I discovered a really beautiful blue stone. At first I thought, oh gosh, maybe this is a really old ring. But looking at it, I don't think it's that old because you can actually see like a seam inside where it's been made. But maybe it's early 1900s? I'm not quite sure. I then, of course, proceeded to try and put the ring on, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too small for my chubby finger. So I took it off and admired again the beautiful blue stone. It's always lovely to find jewellery, even if it's not ancient jewellery, and you can't help wondering who lost it. And here we see the camera is handed back to me. And Kate then also examines the said ring. And she tries it on as well. Will she have better luck than me? Yes, it's a perfect fit. But I'm happy to say that I did manage to get it back. But just look at that beautiful stone. Isn't it lovely? And it used to have gilding on it, we noticed. If you think you might know how old this ring could be, then please do let me know. And I do apologise for this voiceover. It was very frustrating when I realised that the audio hadn't recorded, because obviously I really wanted to include this clip in the video. I shall try not to do it again. It's a lovely piece of orange glass here, which would be perfect for a fish.
I can't compete with Nicola's ring, but I have found an A to Z.
That's brilliant, especially for a writer to find A to Z.
That
looks like a really ancient piece of typewriter, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? I think there's more down here actually. I'm going to have a look around.
Now I've just seen something down here between these rocks. It looks like some kind of badge or brooch. Let's hope there's something on the other side. I'm going to show Kate. There you are, look Kate. See, there's this here. So it's got, looks like a badge or a brooch. Let's see what's on the other side. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
look.
Beautiful.
Isn't that lovely?
Beautiful.
And it's, oh, I thought they had a stone in there, but it wasn't, it's a bubble.
Looks pretty Art Deco, that,
yes, isn't that pretty?
Gosh, you've got such a good eye.
Well, do you know, I'm getting a bit of jewellery today. A ring, and now this lovely brooch, which presumably would have had little tiny stones in it at one time.
It would indeed.
Isn't that lovely? Beautiful. Let's have a look around here.
Yes. See what else is there. That's lovely.
I've just seen a little pipe bowl. Let's see if Kate can find it.
I can find it.
You've got to get your mudlark's eye in, Kate.
Yeah, I know. Oh look, and there's
part of a knife.
I can use it to point out the pipe bowl.
Yes.
Quite a plain one.
Hurrah. In the 1700s.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Excellent. A knife and a clay pipe.
What else does a woman need?
What else does a woman need, indeed? Now, what's this little rounded edge down here that I spy with a hole in it? This is always kind of cool because sometimes it's a label or a tag, and that definitely looks as if it's going to be some kind of tag. Yes, it is. It looks like it's got 181 on it, possibly. 181 what? That is the question. It's a little bit damaged, but we might be able to find out what it relates to. It looks like it's got something like Norman or something on there. 181 Norman. Oh, well, I hope we can find out what it is. It's some kind of company, I suspect. Looks like there's a bit of a limited there, maybe. Another little mystery. Now look what we've got down here. It is what looks like a very old key. A crusty key, but definitely a key. I wonder what this used to unlock and when. And I wonder if I'm going to be able to clean it up a little bit. There's only one way to find out. I've just seen a vulcanite bottle stopper hiding down here. Can you see it? Just here. Let's see if it's got the name of a tavern or a brewery on it. It's been in there a while, hasn't it? Oh yes, I think we might be in luck, you know. Yes, we are in luck. Let's try and see what it says. Well, that is fortunate, isn't it? It actually says Greenwich on there. Lovibonds. So, a vulcanite bottle stopper with some Greenwich history. How fantastic is that? Now what I first noticed here was some leather, and it looks as if underneath this mud there is a shoe. It's obviously been there for a very long time, but as I was investigating it, guess what I saw? Look, here, a little clay pipe. Let's get it out. Out you come! Out you come, friend. Ooh! I think that there is a decoration on there. Oh yes, there is. Very nice. It could be something military, like a military badge or something on there. It almost looks Royal Artillery like. Oh my goodness, what a surprise! What a surprise find! Literally just getting ready to go home. Let's give it a wash. And it's quite high up the foreshore too, you know, so that's one of the good things about staying until the tide comes right up. You're sort of searching areas that you don't generally look at. Oh, that's really splendid, and I think that that is something to do with the Royal Artillery. Delightful. Kate's actually gone home because she had to catch a train. But I've come back just to really have a last search, and I'm really glad I did because this is really beautiful. But let's go over and take a little look, a little prod around at the shoe. It's probably an old Victorian work shoe. Wow, I'm really happy with that. Ooh. Right, here we go. Here we go. Let's take a look at this old shoe. See it there? Well, at least I think it's a shoe anyway. Probably a boot. I'll be back in a minute when I have excavated it a little more. Yeah, so look at this. A really old sole. Probably an old work shoe, but I always love it when you can see the copper nails. And I am going to give it a little wash so we can get it looking a little bit more shoe-like. Probably won't take it, but anyway, let's get the mud off. Yes, now look at these nails, these beautiful copper nails. The craftsmanship that's gone into making this shoe. And wouldn't it be funny if the person who once wore this shoe was the person who smoked that pipe? Well, you never know, do you? Hi there, Hugh.
Hiya, Nicola.
How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing not too bad, thank you. Thank you very much for asking.
Good, and it's beautiful sun, isn't it, down here today?
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Very nice.
Found anything?
Well, at the moment I found this, what I think is a little fossil.
A little
Well,
fossil.
I hope it's a little fossil. I found a
Certainly looks fossil-like.
little pipe bowl, that little footed sort of a pipe bowl there.
Oh, very nice. Nice Victorian one.
And at
isn't
the
it?
moment, that's about it. I'm just going to walk up to somewhere where hopefully I'll find some more pipes.
Okay, great. And so you've got a YouTube channel as well, haven't you? You've got a Mudlarking YouTube channel.
I have.
We can never get enough of those. So what is the name of your YouTube channel?
It's the Jockney Mudlark, as in Cockney with a J.
Oh, that's very clever. So, Jockney Mudlark, everyone. I'll put the link up here in the corner. So, go and take a look at what Hugh has found and give him a like and a follow. And yeah, you found some cool things, Hugh.
I have, thank you very much, Nicola. So have you.
Great. Oh, well, enjoy the rest of the low tide and
Thank you.
good luck. See you soon.
Thank you very much, Nicola. Thank you. See you soon.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching my video. How are you? I hope you're really well. It's great to see you here, and I'm excited now to spend a few moments with you talking about some of the objects which you saw me find in the Thames mud during that outing with Kate Wiseman. Now, talking of Kate, I do have here 2 copies, signed copies, of her book, The Grinning Throat, which is the first in the trilogy of the Mudlarking Mysteries. And so if you want to find out how to win a signed copy, then stick around until the end of this video. But first of all, let's take a look at some of the objects which I have here next to me. And you may have noticed I'm wearing this splendid blue ring. Rather matches my shirt, don't you think? I might not be able to get it off afterwards, but I thought I'd put it on and show it off a little bit. Not too sure of the age. I mean, not terribly old, but maybe early to mid 1900s. What do you think? It was probably a child's ring, I expect. That's why I can't really get it on my finger, apart from my little finger. And even then, it's very tight. Anyway, now the clay pipe I'm going to talk to you about first. It's here, It was a really nice surprise to find this in an area where I don't usually find clay pipes. And as you can see, it has brushed up really well. The green algae has come off the stem and it's looking nice and creamy, back to the colour that it would have been originally. And we can really see the design on it. Now, when I first saw the bugle and the crown and these leaves, I thought maybe royal artillery, but I was completely wrong. I think it's more likely to be linked to the light infantry. So I'm calling upon all you military boffins out there to confirm whether I'm right or wrong. Is this more likely to be related to the light infantry? Was it a soldier that was once upon a time standing by the river, looking out, thinking about life in general, puffing on this clay pipe before he dropped it into the mud at his feet? And maybe he also lost his shoe at the same time. But one thing is for sure, is that underneath the mud in here, when it dried, I pulled it out, this very nice little plug, and underneath there is the unmistakable evidence of tobacco. And that is something that always amazes me, that you can find tobacco still in a clay pipe that has been at the bottom of the River Thames for years and years and years. Isn't that incredible? So I've put the plug back in and I'm keeping the dottle of tobacco safely underneath there until I can work out what to do with it. Like I say on occasions when I find these little dottles of tobacco, it would be nice to get it tested to find out exactly where that tobacco came from. So maybe one day that will happen. So there's the clay pipe. Very happy with that. Now, as is often the case, sometimes the most nondescript looking items that we find can, really teach you something. And this is the case here with this old rusty little round tag, which is falling apart. Now, it doesn't say Norman on it. Upon cleaning it, the letters revealed themselves to be Sieber, Gorman and Co. Limited. So who were Sieber Gorman? Well, they were an English company founded in 1788, and they developed and manufactured diving equipment. In fact, they advertised themselves as submarine engineers. And you know those great big metal helmets that you see in the old films, and actually which were used up until the mid-20th century, I think, by Navy divers? Well, they actually manufactured those huge big metal helmets. In fact, they manufactured lots of different types of breathing equipment, including gas masks. They manufactured lots of gas masks during World War II. And I think that this tag was probably at one point attached to a gas mask. And so Sieber Gorman actually was still going strong until I think about 2018, until they were swallowed up by another company. So a very long-lived company. And I love the fact that just finding this little piece of metal has really enriched my knowledge now, and I find myself researching diving equipment and helmets and gas masks and all sorts, simply because I found this. That again is the beauty of mudlarking. You find something and then you discover all manner of things that you didn't even know that you needed to know. So yeah, great little tag. I'm very glad I found it. Now, I did bring the shoe back home with me, if only just to show you again the beautiful copper nails all around the edge, like little shiny lights. And it's amazing, isn't it, to think that they were presumably all put in by hand, and there's also lots in the heel. So, an old sole here found in the mud. And did you notice how it it really had merged into the landscape and almost become one with the mud and the algae when I found it. This is the other side. I think it's probably late Victorian. And I do have a few other shoes. I've got a little one here. There's something about finding shoes. Look at this one, like a little child's shoe, also with nails in it. And what's lovely about that one is that you can see where it's been mended time and time again. So I don't know, I might put this one in a frame. Something about shoes, like I said, you know, you can put your hands in and you can feel the little imprints of toes and heels. So, like I said before, was the person who once wore this shoe the person who smoked that pipe? We will never know, but it gets your imagination going, doesn't it? Right, so those are the two finds really that I wanted to mention from that outing. And I've got another mystery find here that I found recently when I was out doing a collaboration with a YouTube channel called Well I Never. And you may have heard of that channel, some of you. I met up with a charming man called Paul Brodie on the Thames foreshore, and we went for a walk. And as we were walking along, I found this, and it's made of pewter and it's rather squashed. The base here is completely squashed. It's got like a screw top here. So I thought I'd run it by you and see if any of you have got any ideas. My friend Marie from Old Father Thames, she suggested that it could be a pounce pot missing the top. And of course, that led me down a rabbit hole, finding all about pounce pots. And in fact, do you know what pounce is? I shall read to you what I found out about pounce. So pounce is a fine powder, often made from powdered cuttlefish bone, that was used to dry ink and to sprinkle on a rough surface to make it smooth for writing. And it was used throughout the 19th century. So this could be maybe a Victorian pounce pot. Apparently they did have blotting paper, but pounce was a lot cheaper. So they used to sprinkle it to dry the ink. Something, I have to admit, that I had not heard of before. So what do you think? Could it be a pounce pot, or could it be like a salt or pepper pot? I welcome your thoughts. And at the end of this video, actually, after we've done the giveaway, I will play you a clip of when I met up with Paul from Well I Never, and that will direct you then to the video which we made together, and you might really enjoy the channel. I think some of you probably watch it already. It's all a bit true crime and drama and suspense, so yeah, might be right up your street. I think that is it. So why don't we get on with doing the giveaway? I've got the book here, I've got 2 books. So, The Grinning Throat. I was really lucky to be able to read this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I have written a review which is in the book. And so if you would like to win a copy of The Grinning Throat for yourself or for any children in your life, then please put down in the comments something you've enjoyed about this video, followed by hashtag Grinning Throat. And then in a couple of weeks, we will do a draw and I will announce the 2 winners of the signed copy of the book. Now, I do want to mention, because it seems like every time I do a giveaway, and when lots of people, you know, other YouTubers do giveaways, this certain kind of awful person sort of comes out from under a stone and starts putting replies to everybody saying that they have won and to contact me via WhatsApp, Telegram, and that you've won a huge prize. I just want to tell you that if you get any replies to your comments saying to contact me on WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever else they say, and that you have won a great big prize, do not answer them, delete the comment or report them, because it's absolutely not true. They're just trying to do a big scam and get some money out of you. So please ignore them. Please ignore these low-life people and just report them. But anyway, if you want to win a copy of the book, hashtag Grinning Throat. And secondly, the online launch of the Grinning Throat is going to take place on Monday the 3rd of July. So if you're watching this video on Sunday the 2nd of July, that is just tomorrow. And if you want to come to the online launch, I will be there and I'll be talking about some of my favourite mudlarking finds. And there will also be some other giveaways, and there'll be Kate as well, and lots of other people talking about mudlarking and mysteries and all that kind of thing. So you might enjoy coming along. So if you'd like to, I will put the details in the description to this video on how you can join the online launch of the Grinning Throat. And it's at 7 p.m. UK time on Monday the 3rd of July. And it will be via Zoom. It's going to be an online link. So you can all come no matter where you are. Also, you could also just go across to Kate's Instagram to get details of how to join the online launch. And she's at kittywise999, at kittywise999. That is the book giveaway done. I have one other thing I want to tell you before I send you off to watch a Well I Never video. And that is, I belong to the Society for Clay Pipe Research. Why do I belong to it? Well, it's no surprise that I love my clay pipes, and I do find a lot of them. And so I do enjoy belonging to this society. I do get a quarterly newsletter, which is really, really interesting, and lots of tips on how to date clay pipes, lots of information you never knew that you needed to know about clay pipes. But the reason I'm telling you this is because in London, on the 12th of August, the Society for Clay Pipe Research are holding their conference for a day, and there'll be a dinner in the evening. And so I want to say to you, if you're in London on the 12th of August, please come to the conference. Now, I think it's about £12, so not very much at all. And I will put details of how you can come along to the conference. You don't have to be a member to come. I'll put details of how you can join the conference in the description to this video. Or you can go over to the Facebook for the Society for Clay Pipe Research, and there will also be details on there. And if you want to join the society, they always welcome new members. And like I said, if you're interested in clay pipes, then there is no better society to belong to, believe me. I think that is everything I needed to say. And it's just always fun spending time with you after the videos, just sort of hanging out and chatting, and I don't really want to go now, really. But I suppose I must. And I hope that whatever you're doing for the rest of this day, for the rest of this week, that you have a really good one. Maybe you'll go off and watch some really interesting videos by Paul Brodie and Well I Never. I'm going to play you that little clip at the end in a minute. But before I do go, before I tear myself away from this screen, may I just say thank you once again for watching my videos and for your support, for your engagement, for your IDs, for the information you send me about my finds, and for all your comments. I really appreciate them. Thank you too to everyone who has donated to me via my Ko-fi page and via my super chat. I truly appreciate your donations. They don't go unnoticed, so thank you very much. So keep being you, everyone. Stay safe, be happy, and I'm sending you much love from London. And I hope now that you enjoy this little clip of myself and Paul Brodie on the Thames foreshore. And I hope that you might go on to enjoy some of his brilliant videos. Okay, bye for now. Today, I'm doing something really special. I'm here with Paul Brodie. Now, Paul has the YouTube channel Well I Never, which is about true crime, weird and wonderful stories, everything a little bit bizarre and strange. And I have been telling Paul about some of my more gruesome mudlarking finds. So, when you get a moment, do hop on over to Paul's channel, Well I Never.
Well, I never.
And in particular, watch the video that I'm talking all about some of the darker tales of the River Thames. And
About some of the things that might have been used by some of the people in our show. Now, thank you for showing me up and down here. I didn't realise there was so much shoreline. But detail like that and much more chatter is to be revealed in the episode, is that right?
absolutely. So, see you there, guys.
See you there.